thank you for your interest in learning more about healing heart to heart with our animal friends and ourselves. My name is Barbara Techel. I'm the author of three memoirs about the animal human bond. I'm a certified oracle guide, intuitive consultant, and animal wisdom enthusiast. So, in a few moments, I'll share with you more about my signature oracle readings and what they mean and how you can benefit for yourself or for you and your animal friend. But I'd first like to begin with a little bit of background so you can understand why I now do this work helping animals and their human friends. So I came to understand many years ago, and this is the journey and the path that I've walked, how animals often mirror what it is that we need to heal within ourselves. This began for me over 20 years ago, and I've been blessed with some incredible four-legged teachers along the way. And it began with a chocolate lab named Cassie Jo when she was diagnosed with bone cancer at the age of 9. But I remember, even though it was a sad time, I also remember watching in amazement and in awe at how she lived life to the fullest, despite this terminal diagnosis. And it was my wake up call at that time in my life to begin to explore this longing that I had in my heart to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. And then it was less than a year later when my dachshund Frankie would become paralyzed. And she persevered despite now having to live life in a wheelchair. And she was reflecting for me a part of myself that I would go on to heal the fact that I often worried what others thought of me. And I began to make choices that were more in alignment with who I truly am. And then it was another special needs dachshund named Joey, who sadly passed away 10 months after I adopted her. But I'd be given this opportunity to appreciate transitional times in our lives as a gift, and to understand that the purpose we are here in this life is to deepen our compassion with ourselves and then with others. And this includes our animal friends. It's also about learning to walk in more conscious awareness. And it's about tuning into our inner world on a daily basis to look for the answers and listen for the answers instead of looking outside of ourselves. And then it was a yellow Labrador named Kylie who mirrored for me one of the things that I had been lacking in my life, and that I was often ungrounded. She taught me the importance of pausing and listening to my heart often, and what it was trying to convey to me so I could continue to live my best life. Finally, it was my third special needs dachshund named Gidget, who mirrored for me what I considered the most pivotal healing. And she helped guide me to give voice to a traumatic memory that I'd silently carried with me for over 25 years of my life. That I was finally able to release this pain, to integrate it, and discover that I am and I always was worthy. So I absolutely believe in my heart that we agree to the lessons and teachings that come into our lives, and that our animal friends agree to be our loving guides as we not only heal ourselves, but our animals are also given this beautiful opportunity to heal alongside us. And it was in 2018, as I was going through that pivotal healing that Gidget guided me through, that I was also enrolled in Oracle School. Now, I have been fascinated with Oracle cards for a very long time. And I was learning more about the ancient wisdom of Oracle cards and how they serve much in the same way as our animal friends do. And they reflect for us what is we need to understand about ourselves. So I began to see them as a roadmap that help us to follow our hearts instead of getting trapped in our analytical mind. They help us to see patterns that aren't always beneficial, but actually serve as tools, or I should say as clues. Oracle cards are a tool, but when we see these patterns, that's a clue for us to see what it is we can change to make our lives better. They also help us to open to new perspectives that we can't always see when we're going through a healing and a painful time. And this can help us to transform in a positive way and begin to live from the heart of who we truly are. So I'll never forget the first week of Oracle School, we were asked a question. And the question was, what aspect of me needs the most healing? The card that I pulled from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck was Never Ending Story. I just remember how it landed like this thud in my stomach. But at the same time, it just vibrated through my whole body as truth. And I knew in that moment, looking at that card, that I truly wanted to heal that aspect of my wounded child self. That's exactly what Gidget had been reflecting for me also at that time. And that was my wake up call at that time of my life to let go of my victim story, of that childhood wound. And I'd go on to understand my wounding as a gift and the path that I was meant to walk, to understand and embody that I am worthy despite my past. So, this is the work I now do today with my signature readings. I have my Wisdom in the Pause readings, which is PAUSE, and those are for people who wish to explore an area of their life that just isn't working and to gain clarity on how to move forward and really to feel empowered and make choices that feel in alignment with what feels right in their heart to live their best lives. I also have my Wisdom in the Pause, PAWS readings, and those are for those who wish to explore any challenge that they are facing with their animal friend, from chronic health issues to grief to pre-grieving, aging, just to name a few. You know, animals truly are sensitive and energetic beings, and they do pick up on our energy, and they pick up on our fears and our beliefs, and they mirror those back to us as a gift. So, a session is about exploring the challenges that you are facing together and how it can help you to both come back into balance and experience more peace and more harmony. So during an oracle reading, I help you navigate your heart in a gentle way, while I also hold space for you to explore the positive changes that you can make in order to move forward with more confidence. You know, and as I've shared, I have walked this journey time and time again. And yes, I can say honestly, it's not always been easy, but I can also honestly say it has been one of the most rewarding and enriching paths that I have walked. And so now it's my mission as an oracle guide and an intuitive consultant to serve you or you and your animal friend, to help you deepen in understanding yourself so that you can live a more fulfilling and meaningful life too. Or perhaps you come to me for a session because you want to deepen in the relationship that you share with an animal friend. Because I have come to believe and witness and also feel in my own life that when we take the time to pause and reflect and actively listen to our heart, that we can be transported to not only a more rewarding and loving connection with ourselves, but with our animal friends too. And when we do this, it helps shift the energy to a more positive one, where there's more balance, there's more joy, there's more peace, not only for your animal friend, but for yourself as well. So I really look forward to meeting you or you and your animal friend if I can be of service and guiding you in healing heart to heart. You can learn more about me and my work on my website, joyfulpause.com. That's PAWS. And you can read more about me on my website, as well as learn more about my readings and read testimonials from others as well. So until then, I wish you well. I thank you for listening and take good care.